It is the Vibe Kage. We are returning to What If Naruto was given one for all? What if Naruto had one for all? Let us go! I last left off with, I guess it was kind of confusing for some people. Yes, Orochimaru did technically die when Naruto sealed him away. But as we know, Orochimaru does not die. So, yes, there were rumors that he was alive. They spotted him, visual. Naruto thinking, impossible. My clone and the old man sealed him. His head dropped. It was done, my guy. No way no. So that's why, you know, hey, Orochimaru has been heard and seen going towards this village in particular. Alright then. He didn't learn his first time, so I'm about to slap his shit again. Jiraiya just so happened to be there to retrieve Tsunade. Now, how did Orochimaru resurrect? Well, using one of his curse mark subordinates of Kimimaru, Kimimaru, the one with the bones. Because didn't they also name the spider guy something very similar? And now their names are fucked in my head, so I'm gonna need a minute to remember that. But since he's going to die here, it don't matter. Curse seal release. The snake opens. Orochimaru, he's out of the curse mark. The guy dies, being thinking he fulfilled some sort of thing for Orochimaru. Like, yes, the great Orochimaru is my entire life soul. I can die now. So yeah, Orochimaru significantly weaker. So that's why he wants Tsunade. He wants Tsunade to help him, add the power of two Sanin to cultivate the Sand Village to, crush Konoha! Fuck them! All that good shit. So, we have a slight scene that, I'm going to include because Orochimaru does not have Kabuto with him. You see, Kabuto is meeting with this green-haired, white-paled, yellow-eyed figure. It's White Zetsu. The two have agreed to make a secret plan. For you see, Zetsu does not like how Obito is a simp, and, well, the whole waiting for the Jinchuriki thing, he don't want to do. He's just like, hey, I want to get my mother. I'm going to give you some power. What do you say? Sure. So what had happened is, we go to Zetsu, or Black Zetsu, possessing a Danzo and having him, kill some of his root agents and take the most loyal ones with him with the Kototsukami. About 50 of them. Then we have White Zetsu. He offers up 50 spores of his self. And then we have Kabuto, who collected 50 test subjects from Orochimaru's curse mark users. They're people who meld and bonded with it, but they're low-level curse marks. They're not infinitely strong. So, let us begin. You see, Kabuto had drained the blood of most of the people, most of the ninjas. They didn't die. He poured some of his blood into this too. Zetsu had to use this weird tree syrup that is the blood for the White Zetsus. It's kind of weird to explain. But, yeah, very glucosey, syrupy. Kind of weird. He drew the jutsu formula, slams his hands together, and thus the destruction of, the bodies of the 150 people gathered. Their bodies would be destroyed, their chakra all swirls around. Kabuto starts laughing because, purple aura is just surrounding and flooding into him. This is 50 Orochimaru curse subjects, flooding into him. 50 Danzo root soldiers, and 50, White Zetsu clones. Now, what happened to Danzo? Danzo is, killed, but something weird happened. They removed the eye and they gave it to Itachi. They're like, sus as fuck, but alright then. What happened to Danzo's other body? Hey, don't worry about it. You have your best friend's eye now. That's... You don't need to ask questions. We're going to get a new member soon, but don't worry about it. It's not Danzo, is it? No. It's the guy who killed Danzo. Is this why he... Yeah, he wants to get in your good graces. We'll see who the motherfucker is. Anyway, Danzo, he would be involved in the 50. So, the Senju arm and the Uchiha eyes that are in there, they're being incorporated. So, does that mean Kabuto gets Wood Style and, Sharingan-esque abilities? He doesn't get the Sharingan. It's just like heightened super senses to people who can parry Sharingan users. Does he have Wood Style? No. Sage mode, though. Permanent. Fused. You see, what he has done, in a sense, is a Nomu homunculus-esque transformation. He becomes the Philosopher's Stone. Or he becomes a Nomu. He, in a sense, is ripping all the DNA and the jutsu, the chakra of every single person. The Zetsu clones are there for, substance for Kabuto's body, because it's all just going to be there. The white Zetsu have the added, benefit of just being like the tofu of this recipe, or it just absorbs the flavor of everything around it, because that's what tofu do. Tofu, like, on itself, no flavor. Its flavor is what you add to it to make to the cooking, to the food, to the flavor, to the soul. That's how you get your tofu. And that's what the white Zetsus are. It's pretty much extra thing for Kabuto's base strength to not be overwhelmed by the extra 100 different people. Now, granted, the Uchiha, Senju, and then other curse mark-esque abilities are flooding into him. So he does have... Okay. Anyway, we go... No, wait, I'll be right back, because I have to go do something. Excuse me. Back to the what if. I had to go put on beans. I'm Mexican. We do beans. We love them. Pinto. Black. Red. Kidney. Hell with it. The ones I don't really like are lima. Not a big fan of jelly beans either. But only because of the Bean Boozled games. The Harry Potter versions. I got played. My friend told me it was honey. It was earwax. The betrayal. Yes, Vibe has been betrayed several times. He's also been cheated on. It happens. Such a thing as being human. Anyway, we continue on with the what if. Kabuto had done his experiment while Naruto and, the others do their thing. The retrieving of Tsunade and Naruto the hunting of Orochimaru. So, here's where things get kinda interesting. You see, Orochimaru had used his, reincarnating body's special ability, the whole bone thing, to create a special toxic that is designed to, destroy the human body, not just the blood, muscles, but also down to the very bone. And, yeah, he has a, special venom for it now. He ready. He ready, my guy. He ready. Anyway, things progress normally with Jiraiya and Tsunade laughing off the Hokage title. All that good bullshit. Where our things change is Tsunade, after she dismisses Jiraiya, she would run into a, blonde-haired with blue eyes, whisker marks. Naruto actually had learned how to do the time chamber jutsu, or hyper time jutsu, if you will. It's simple, it's kind of like a barrier one. It works best in a cave, honestly. So, yeah. Naruto had actually aged himself up another couple years. So, well, technically, he was 13. He's now 18. He's aged up his body to where, he's matured. He's fully grown now, which, a lot of people are going to think sus. Naruto, what are you doing? I'm training. A lot. Okay, what kind of training? I make a fuck ton of shadow clones. Okay? We work out all day. And then I dispoof him. The experience adds up. Level up, motherfucker. Low level piss ass ants. Anyway, I digress. As Tsunade would apologize, Naruto would say, how about we just get a drink? He just sees Tsunade and he thinks, 20-year-old, try and clap them cheeks. Fuck Hinata. He's still on some, rage shit. He also, wanted to spend some time away from the whole Tamari thing because of that. He still feels on her. He's conflicted. He would talk to Tsunade and ask, the wise, mature woman that she is, what does he do about, like, two different people who he liked, and then he ended up, doing what he thought was best and not, and he lost both. Well, one of them kind of tried to fuck him over. But if, he would have, like, if they would have talked, something. He's just like, this ninja shit is bullshit. She would ask, eventually, what village he's from. He would say the Hidden Leaf, but he doesn't necessarily, call it a solid truth now. The man who he looked up to most now has died. Well, he was cool with, yeah, he knew the man kept some secrets from him, but time away has allowed him to gain more of a future sight, a future wisdom beyond his years. Tsunade would, like Naruto, the two would continue their evening of drinking together. To the surprise of Tsunade, Naruto is a god of gambling, blessed with the luckiest of lucky charms. You see, this man in one night has cleaned out 3 casinos, and I do mean cleaned out, where all the money is now in Naruto scrolls, which, the luck is bullshit. He's just really good. Perfect gambling face. Then again, he's also cheating because of the time skip. He's rigging everything with bungee gum as well. Sir, I don't trust. Naruto's just a really good cheater, but he just makes it seem like it's casual. But Tsunade don't know that. Tsunade thinks this man is just Ho-he-he-hu, the holy grail of gambling. So, I digress. Fuck. What was I about to say? Notebook. No, I covered that. I covered the Kabuto one. Yes. Right. Naruto had actually only has one jutsu left. I forgot to say that. He's mastered his spirit control. He's gained 2 other, jutsus from his One for All, which I will gladly display, our next day. Naruto wakes up. No, he awakens to see a passed out Tsunade in his bed. Now, did they sleep together? Absolutely not. Did they make out and cuddle together? Absolutely. Is Tsunade not wearing a bra? Correct. Is she wearing her panties? Correct. Is Naruto morning wood? Yes. Now, does the morning wood poke Tsunade in the back? Correct. Now, does Tsunade, tell him to put it away? Incorrect. Tsunade is just like, done. I'm not in the mood. Naruto's just like, who done? Tsunade wakes up just like, oh fuck. And she's just like, a whole little incident with Tsunade trying to punch Naruto, and Naruto catching the fist, and then she tries to kick him again. He catches the kick. He proceeds to kinda get her in I guess you can say, the abdominal stretch. Getting her joints and arms all tied up. He's just like, hey, wait. About last night, I can find out. You see, you were in my room. She's just like, yeah. Now Naruto's just like, see, I don't know if drunk Naruto told you, or if, drunk Tsunade found out about it or not, but, he points to the corner, and she's just like, I just see a crystal ball. Yeah. it records everything that happens within the room. We can find out everything that happened last night. So, don't kill me. We were drunk. As you know, he's seeing her breasts again. As Tsunade is just like, I am going to break your thing. As Naruto saying, please do not. You know, they look through the crystal ball. They see that Tsunade was the most domineering one, really adamant about pushing it further. But Naruto, being a drunken good gentleman, is just like, not like this. Our first night together must be, one of passion and sobriety, not of sloppy, drunken madness. While the two are making out, Tsunade is just like, having Naruto suckle on her breasts. Naruto is just like, I'm in the best day of my life. So, Tsunade does feel a bit embarrassed. Naruto's just like, so, you want to get breakfast? She would still have to meet up with Orochimaru, so she would drug Naruto. Jiraiya would eventually see the drugged out Naruto, as he would laugh and saying, who did this to you? And then go like, Tsunade, for sucking on her breasts. And Jiraiya's just like, you lie. Naruto's just like, if you take me back to my room, I will show you the crystal ball. Shizune would run up, asking Jiraiya for help, and she's just like, Naruto. And Jiraiya's just like, wait, you know him? Well, he kind of took Tsunade home last night. And see, Naruto's just like, I told you, you old bastard. Hey, Shizune, can you do me a favor? Hit, the back of my neck with some chakra. Shizune would proceed to do this. Naruto would start to twitch little by little, as he's saying, okay, I'm going. We're going. I'm gonna go destroy that pedophile snake. Tsunade thinks she's slick, but I know that pedo snake, or the fake snake, pedo, whatever he is, the man pretending to be him, as, Shizune's just, you think he's pretending? It's someone else? An imposter? It has to be. Hiruzen and I, my clone, helped sealed away the bastard. Hiruzen took his arms, my clone took his head. His body fell limp on the ground. There was nothing left of him. There was no way in hell he could do any jutsu. So it has to be an imposter. So, we now cut to Tsunade talking with Orochimaru, and her rejecting Orochimaru's joining plans. This would lead to Orochimaru saying, oh, Tsunade, how I wish you would have joined. As he would launch the snake from his mouth, she would dodge, but because she dodged the white serpent snake with the, bone-killing venom, would bite Tsunade on the ankle. She would fall, agony, all this good noise. She would try and use the strength of 100 seals, but her cells are being destroyed faster and more than what her actual healing can do, which is surprising her. Orochimaru's saying this is, the whole point. This was how you would help me, Tsunade. If the best medical ninjutsu... I was about to say medical ninjutsu. I was about to say best medical ninja cannot undo my poison. Then it's perfect. It's going to be agonizing. As next thing you know, Orochimaru just gets sent flying off. There's no impact of sound. It's just, him gone, and then crashing noises. Jiraiya and Shizune would appear next to Tsunade, and Tsunade's just go like, what happened? And Shizune just chuckles and saying, your gentleman friend has arrived. And Tsunade's just like, where is he? And they point over to the, crater left by Orochimaru's body. Orochimaru would get up and say, oh, my dear Naruto, that punch It kinda hurt. Naruto's just like, well then. Pedo Snake, have you returned from the grave? Or are you some sort of imposter? Actually, I don't care. Naruto just claps his hands together. He roars with his chakra. A massive beam of pillar of pure blue chakra as it just emanates off of Naruto, shooting into the sky. A cross forms with 5 sides, and then everyone feels, anyone who could sense the chakra, could feel what's about to happen. You see miles, and I do mean miles long, 100 miles in radius, or 200 miles diameter, if you will. All sage chakra, all chakra, and I do mean like chakra. You have trees being wiped out within, like forests, just gone in an instant. Humans dead if they're not shinobi, just dead. The village is wiped out in the chakra. All is going into this blue cross that then just goes down right into Naruto. Naruto stands. He looks different. 4 blue wings on his back. He has a distinct white outfit on, a white robe, if you will. On his head is a similar pattern to what just shot up from the ground. A 5, like a 5-sided cross over his head, remarking similar to a halo. On his left arm, a blue crossbow strapped to his wrist. His right hand, a blade. He's holding a rapier, made out of pure energy. It's just glowing blue. Everyone's kind of confused. Naruto stands there. Everything about him is more distinguished, more divine, if you will. As he then says, Volstandig. Yes, is the other Bleach ability. An enslavement of pure chakra. Naruto being pissed off that Orochimaru is before him, he just don't like Orochimaru. He did not forget what Orochimaru did. Don't forget, Orochimaru brought back Naruto's mother and father and gloated about, their bodies being dead and like the perfect soldier, how he can manipulate them. So Naruto, he cold. He killed a lot of innocent people, yeah, but just wait for it. Just wait for it. As Naruto, he rushes over, he will proceed to destroy Orochimaru, just constantly cutting him up. Orochimaru would use substitution after substitution, just crawling out of his mouth. He would try and fight off Naruto with his own grass blade sword, that weird snake one that glows blue. But Naruto's rapier is much faster and lands much more, I guess you could say, precise needle-like point strikes on Orochimaru. He has multiple bloody wounds. And Naruto's purposely avoiding his chakra network, just actually dismantling the man's body before he gets to the chakra points. He does manage to stab Orochimaru's foot in where his chakra where a chakra point was made. Would be. And Orochimaru couldn't move. He was paralyzed because his whole chakra network is now shut down thanks to this rapier. Due to the fact that it's now enslaving Orochimaru's chakra. He could feel his chakras being pulled into this one chakra point and taken out into that blade. Naruto, he would wind back, as then he would proceed to punch the ever-living fuck out of Orochimaru. Now he's not using spirit forced fission fist or whatever you want to say. None of that. Instead, what is surprising to many people is Naruto's arms, hands. It looks like to be coated with this blue crystallization. It's really weird. They don't know what it is. Orochimaru's face is beadly battened, he would finally pull out his rapier, kick Orochimaru straight in the nuts, sending him flying to the sky. Naruto would use his wings to fly upward, drop kicking him back into the floor. The creator of Orochimaru was there. He coughs up blood.
He's just like, what is he? What is this jutsu? What was the deal with his fists?
As Naruto falls, he snaps his fingers as the wings dissipate, the halo breaks, and all the aura comes waving out of Naruto like a huge rush. Now, although the trees, dried out and shriveled up, and the grass was gone, new grass forms and flowers are forming throughout the entire area that Naruto had absorbed chakra. Well, at least half of it. He kind of did use a lot to beat the shit out of Orochimaru. Now, hold up. I'm gonna have to drop off my little brother here at work, so don't worry, I'll be right back. But for you guys, you won't really notice. For me, I would, because time dilation is weird. But back to the what if. You see, the humans who Naruto had killed wake up. Their lives are back to normal. They survived the time frame. If Naruto would have held on for the chakra for just another minute or so, it would have been a permanent death. They were in a state of suspended animation, to be honest. They weren't really dead, just like comatose. And now, well, Naruto would say, "How do you like my new jutsu?" "Orochimaru, I designed it so I can decimate someone like you, enslaving the entire chakra around me, forcing it into my body and making it my own. Pure submission. I hated the fact that I wanted a jutsu like that, but it was the only way. The monk of destruction, my holy form, Vollständig." And I bet you're wondering, as Naruto would raise up his hand, and then yet again the blue crystallization of his hand would form, a hardening, if you will. Naruto would say, "And this unique hardening of my flesh and chakra. Well, let me show you something else." As then his hand goes back to normal, but a blue orb faintly glows in Naruto's hand, as then little remnants of energy would be flowing into it. It would go into a, Jiraiya thinking Rasengan. Tsunade, she dying right now. She's on the verge of death, but she's thinking Rasengan. Nope. Out of nowhere, a giant fucking Warhammer appeared in Naruto's hand. Naruto admits that this jutsu is not just the chakra that he draws upon. He found out something about human biology that he thought was useful. He found out that the human body has, I forgot the name, but there was this carbon-like structure that the human skin could replicate. Crystallization, diamondization, whatever you want to call it. Naruto decided to make a jutsu, something similar. One that would be for his body. A defense, greater than any stone or steel kunai could make. His body, in a sense, becomes diamonds. But more reinforced with chakra. But he took it a step further. As disturbing as this might sound to, he points to the other ones. He points to Orochimaru. He's saying, "You, however, you might have had something very similar, a running thought of this. But to use your flesh as a weapon, right? That curse mark, its body modifications. In a sense, you're altering the flesh by chakra. I thought that was interesting. So, I took it a step further. Yes, using my own flesh and reinforcing with chakra. And the hardening jutsu, I can make any weapon, any object. And in case you're wondering, what is this? This is the Warhammer Titan's hardening ability and weapon manifestation. And yeah, it's actually just made out of hardened Titan flesh and the crystallization. So that's Naruto's other jutsu, his other one for all ability. And he proceeds to hit Orochimaru with his hammer, hitting him up into the sky, body flickering up into the air, slamming his warhammer down on Orochimaru's sternum, sending him crashing back into the ground, creating a massive crater. Orochimaru is coughing up blood. He feels like he's about to die when, out of nowhere, a blue blur just body flickers in, grabs him, and then just disappears. He reappears just out of sight. Naruto falls to the ground as then he's saying, well, I'm not surprised, but at the same time, I'm not really bothered. The Warhammer disappears. Sasuke, glowing red eyes with the Sharingan, curse mark, stage 1, fully active. As Orochimaru's just laughing.
My, Sasuke, I had no idea you cared to save me.
Silence. I just need you to get stronger. Strong enough to kill Itachi. And then, Naruto's just like, well, if I'm able to beat the shit out of him, wouldn't it make more sense to, not go with him? Sasuke, tells Naruto to fuck off, and Orochimaru would tell Sasuke to do a summoning jutsu. He has the snake thing, nothing too much. Orochimaru would supply the chakra, just do the hand signs. He does. Snake opens, closes its mouth on Orochimaru, goes into smoke, and thus they get away. Tsunade, on the verge of dying, her body has, gone old and wrinkly and frail again. She's been spewing out blood. Tsunade's been trying to heal her. No effect. Naruto, he looks down at Tsunade. He's sad. He's just like, it shouldn't have been like this. He clutches his fists as he then feels something within him. A sudden urge to attempt something that he doesn't know. So, yeah. Naruto would place his hands over Tsunade's chest. Not like to grab her heart, like to grab her wrinkly, saggy titties right now. No. Naruto actually starts to spark. This weird yellow-white lightning around him that soon just coats his hands, then goes around Tsunade. Tsunade then proceeds to look to normal. Well, look youthful again. Skin is coming back to her cheeks, her skin, her hair. It's all more youthful, lifeful, and vigorous. Of course, Jiraiya, Tsunade, Shizune, they're like, what the fuck? Tsunade can even feel her power returning to herself. She feels revitalized. She doesn't know what the fuck Naruto's doing, but Naruto, yes, continue it on, boy. As, he continues, and he remembers what Tsunade looked like when, they had theirs, they almost smashed. They were making out. Naruto, he's not trying to be too sentimental about shit. He's just trying something. And, it's happening to work. When Tsunade looks like how she looked normal, they're thinking, yeah, she's healed. There's no poison. They do a medical scan. Shizune can sense any of the poison anymore. The destruction of the cellular at her cells, they're done. It would eat her. There's no sign of damage, nothing. But Jiraiya notices something really weird. Hey, Tsunade, where's your little forehead diamond? She's just like, what? Naruto then proceeds to collapse, slumped, as he enters a mindscape. And it's Kurama. Kurama is looking at Naruto, eyes widen. As Naruto saying, what happened?
You suffer from chakra exhaustion. Naruto, do, do you have an idea what you just did to that woman?
Healed her?
No, you fool. You have done something much, much more potent. Something I didn't even think was possible. What is that jutsu? Naruto, you didn't age. You didn't just heal Tsunade. You reverted her back. You de-aged her. You rewound her.
Yes, this is Rewind, Aries quirk in a sense. Naruto had unintentionally and inadvertently actually age regressed Tsunade back into her youthful state. She's now roughly 24. So, yeah, Tsunade is young again. Rather than having that weird, like, character, 50 age difference with Naruto being 14, you sick fuckers. Oh, even, like, I get it if y'all like older cougar women, but, even if Naruto, by ninja standards, could smash, he would still have been 14, and I find anyone who would have wanted him to hook up with a mature woman be nothing more than pedophiles. And if you're saying, no, it wasn't like that, they're just fictional characters, any excuse you need to make to justify to yourself is just for your own sake, not for my own. My opinion don't change. So, the only way that I could actually allow this is to have her be aged back down, and Naruto to, have some bullshit in aging him up when everyone else is still the same age. So yes, Naruto spent years away from the Leaf Village. And now, it's weird. Shizune is just a little bit older than Tsunade now. Now, I bet you're wondering, will she still take the Hokage position? Well, when we go back to the Leaf Village after this, they don't want her. They consider her too young. And she's just like, I'm still the same person, you fuckers. But one thing they realize, the monstrous strength that she had developed, in her late adulthood, it's no longer there. It's just, she's strong, but not as strong as she used to be. So they deem her unworthy to be the Hokage, but everyone wants Naruto to, show them that weird rewinding jutsu. Naruto just shrugs his shoulders saying, yeah, I've not been able to access it at all. Like, at all. It don't work with trees. It only worked with one person, and it was Tsunade, and I don't even know how the fuck I did it. There were no hand signs. It was just me putting my chakra into something and wanting something deeply, and I've not nothing has happened besides that. He's tried to do it again, they've had it where they would cut their hands and thumbs just ever so little and have Naruto try and redo it. Time to go. Now we cut back to the Hidden Leaf. Everyone, they're bullshitting. They hate Naruto. They really want Naruto to explain his jutsus. Naruto would proceed to tell them, fuck you, I make them. There's no clan bullshit to this. Because they're like, you must use these jutsus. You must use these jutsus so the Leaf Village teaches to us. Give us, tell us your secrets. And Naruto's just like, 1-800, eat a dick, old man. Fuck you, Hiruzen. Fuck you, Danzo. Wait, no, not Hiruzen. Homura. No. Fick. What are the two names of the other two Danzos? The other two elders. The old one and the woman. The old man and the old woman. I just remember the Danzo one. That's the one who was telling to fuck off, not Hiruzen, because Hiruzen dead, technically. I digress. So, no, the whole restoring their youth thing, ulterior motive, of course, that Naruto would easily call them out on their bullshit. And the whole, my jutsus. Ergo, if I want to, I will teach anyone my jutsus, but I don't want to. Explain how you got so big. I train a lot and I'm eating a lot. It's just natural. It's called gains, my guy. I don't expect you frail old people to understand this. Tsunade would giggle. Chizune is just like, Tsunade, are you giggling?
No.
Now, of course, we have a special meeting that consists of the new Hokage candidates. Naruto instantly would say Kakashi Hatake. Sasuke Uchiha left, ergo he has no reasons to. I have no reason for him to be my sensei since I'm stronger. I mean, you guys talk about experience, and since, well, I'm too young, Tsunade is now quote-unquote too young for you guys to be the Hokage. Kakashi's left. You know, Jiraiya is still old pervert that doesn't want to actually do anything and would rather peep on women and protect his village. You know, Jiraiya's just like, hey, watch it, as Naruto just scowls at him. Jiraiya's just like, why am I intimidated? Anyway, we go back to Naruto telling the elders, use Kakashi Hatake. He's the least sus, most friendliest person you can get. I mean, compared to Jiraiya, not bad. Yeah. And in case you're wondering, I thought you said you killed off Danzo. Well, yeah, it's a White Zetsu clone. The fact that you guys can't catch up on that. You know, there's some things that I feel like I don't need to say that I would hope people could catch on to. But then I realize I'm just built different. I'm joking. Anyway, we now get to a special mission. You know, the whole Hokage thing is still up in the air. However, the Take village, the waterfall, they have asked for help. You know, they've asked for Kakashi and his team. Well, with no Sasuke, it was kind of weird. Tsunade would temporarily fill in. Sakura feels really weirdly left out. Of course, the reason why Tsunade is being put in is mostly because Naruto is forced to go and she just wants to be with Naruto. Now, Shizune actually takes up the head role at the hospital. She's like the ultimate medical ninjutsu master for them there. Shizune, she owns it. Simple as that. Now, damn you water bottle, stop falling. Now we do a time skip of a week. They get to the village. Sakura is painfully the dead last of the group. You know, Kakashi's surprised at how much Naruto and Tsunade are getting along. Eventually it does get to where Kakashi would isolate Tsunade and ask her, hey, are you and Naruto a thing? No, Kakashi, you're insane. He's... And then she stops because she starts thinking of Naruto and all the things that he's done. You know, saving her, giving her back her youth, giving her a unique outlook on life, giving her the light to live on yet again. You know, he's able to make her smile in a similar fashion that her brother used to. In a similar fashion that Dan used to. He's better than Jiraiya. You know, strong. You know, she finds the whisker marks cute. It's just... She can't help herself. But she's trying. She hasn't jumped on Naruto. But that's just because she hasn't been drinking with Naruto. Which she does know is a bad idea, because Naruto can outdrink everyone out there. Dear God, this man drinks 4 barrels of sake, crushes them, and he was still ready for more while everyone's dying of alcohol poisoning. Now, we go to them arriving. You see, the mission pretty simple. Some band-aids, retrieve a girl. This girl is going to be a new ninja for the Hidden Leaf. Well, she's 23. She's already a tuning in her, right? And it's just pretty much The exchange is Fu. Yes, it's Fu, but she's not the Seven Tails in this one. Instead, the Seven Tails Jinchuriki had died before her, and she was just a regular ninja who was well liked because I don't want Fu to have a sad backstory. However, Fu is a fan of Kakashi because she knows about, the copy ninja Kakashi, and Kakashi had unintentionally saved her one life, so she's, happy to see Kakashi again. So much so she invites him out to eat. Kakashi would accept. Although he admits that his food was pretty good. The drinks tasted kind of funny, but pretty decent. He wasn't used to their booze. Passes out. Fu smirks, drags the unconscious Kakashi back to her apartment. Naruto and Tsunade would see this happening. Sakura's just like, what happened to Kakashi Sensei? Naruto just smirks and saying, oh, he went home with a girl. And Sakura's just like, Kakashi! It's just like, hey, our mission was successful. Don't worry about it. So yeah, Kakashi, he would wake up, tied up, his mask, off. And he's just like, I feel naked. He looks at his body and says, I am naked. And then, looks over, and then he sees, a mirror, and then he sees his face, saying, I'm naked. What the fuck happened? He then feels, someone on his chest, finally, because he's just, she turned over and started to cuddle next to Kakashi, snuggling up, and he's just like, for the love of God, please, just please, don't be a fangirl. He opens his eyes. He looks down, and then he sees Fu, butt naked, smiling, lustfully as she looks up at Kakashi and she's saying, that was great. Kakashi's just like, wait, what? What was great? And then Fu's just like, huh, right. So, we did some things last night. Kakashi's just like, things? What things? She then would straddle him. She's still naked. Kakashi's still naked. Kakashi's just like, hey, this ain't, right, I'm a ninja, and so am I. I'm a Leaf Village ninja, and you're not from my village. But we have a peace treaty. Okay. And I'm here on a mission. Yeah. And I'll be going to the Hidden Leaf soon. Damn. Okay, so I'm guessing you were the one who's coming back with us? Yep. Was it necessary to do this to me? Yep. And why is that? As, then she places a hand on her stomach as she's saying, her cycle would be ending soon. So she wanted to at least get one good night in before a night of walking back to the Leaf Village. And Kakashi's just like, hey, wait, what? Fu would playfully just jump off. So, yeah, we have where Fu kind of raped Kakashi. She roofied him. I regret nothing. Now, here's where things are going to get kind of complicated. You see, Itachi and Kisame would still go for Naruto. They would only find out that, he's here. They attack. Kakashi and Tsunade and Fu would hold up Kisame. Naruto and Itachi would fight off. And, dear God, does Itachi struggle. The bungee gum, the time skipping, it's just too much for him. And then Naruto decides to fuck with him. You know, the whole crystallization, so the Amaterasu just like, nah, bitch, won't work on me. And, well, yeah. Itachi's kind of confused. However, when he coughs up blood and starts, dying right before Naruto's eyes, Naruto can't help but to rush over. And, it's just instinctive, second nature. He wants Itachi not to be sick, so he inadvertently rewinds Itachi 4 years back into, like, right before he got sick, just for the sake of shits and giggles. Pretty much right when he left right before Konoha. So just barely awakening his Mangyokyo Sharingan. No sickness. Itachi healthy. Brand new, refreshed Mangyokyo Sharingan eyes. As he looks at Naruto and saying, "Why did you do that?" Naruto's just like, good question. Tsukuyomi! Fuck! Itachi would then, talk to Naruto. He'd ask about Sasuke, tell him about Sasuke leaving with, Orochimaru, and, well, shit's getting kind of weird. Itachi saying, "Fine. Naruto, I thank you. Recently I've acquired my hands on something, and now with two, and my eyes fully restored, my health replenished like this, I think I can carry out our next step. But I need your help. Was I mistaken that I saw Tsunade on your side?" "Nope, you're right." "Fine. I'll get Kisame to stop. But I need you and your teammate to implant eyes into me." "Wait, what?" "They're my best friend, Shishui Uchiha's." He would then explain everything with Mangyukyo, Eternal Mangyukyo, Madara, and how Madara was the one who attacked, and, well, how they have a new member who had recently gained and gave him this eye, which means Danzo's dead, which, Naruto finds hella sus because Danzo was just in the room not too long ago with him, telling him to fuck off. So, of course, this means they realize, okay, Danzo, White Zetsu clone. Got it. I gotta go take care of him when I go back to the village. Surgery first. Fine. So, break of the Tsukuyomi. Itachi would stop Kisame before swinging down his blade. Naruto would stand in front of them as, Itachi says, "Tsukuyomi." 2 seconds later, Kisame's just like, "Damn." He looks at Naruto, and he's just like,
That's one hell of a jutsu.
"Yeah, I have a few cool tricks." So, yeah, of course everyone was skeptical about this, but when, he admits about the Danzo thing, they're like, okay, fine, we will get rid of Danzo, you will do this. They soon find out about Danzo and his whole hitman now that he's dead. The whole Uchiha Massacre revelation. Sakura is instant and, like, straight on, "We have to get Sasuke-kun back. He will love me then." So, as weird as it sounds, Itachi, from this point on, would, take Sakura. Fu would accompany back Team 7. Well, Tsunade, Kakashi, Naruto. Sakura would leave with Itachi as she would be trained and also help with the, pre-eye surgery, as Kisame would, he would tell them, "We found a medical ninja who, well, not a medical, we found a girl who, she's just being used from the hidden leaf. So, yeah. We're going to use her until, like, we're done using her, trying to get the most out of her." That's what they're lying about, but reality, Sakura's training under Itachi and Kisame to get stronger. We can now cut to Orochimaru and Sasuke, where they find a, three tails, growling at them. Eventually, Sasuke, using his Sharingan eyes, would cause the genjutsu on the three tails just long enough for Orochimaru to seal the three tails within Sasuke, using the eight-headed snake seal. 8-headed white snake seal. Yeah, I like that one better. Yeah. So Sasuke is now the new Three-Tails Jinchuriki. Now, in case you're wondering why would this happen, well, if word spreads that Sasuke is now a Jinchuriki, the Akatsuki are going to come after him. And if Itachi is part of the Akatsuki, and if Sasuke is now a Jinchuriki, chances are, yeah, no. The best way you can get Itachi to find you is either to A, have a Jinchuriki on your team, or B, a Jinchuriki. Sasuke's just like, give me the power of the Jinchuriki. Fuck someone else. Fuck anyone else. I don't know, the Three-Tails has no vessel. Through the Three-Tails. To the Three-Tails. I was about to say through the Two-Tails. Wrong one. So Sasuke becomes the new Three-Tails. Itachi has awakened the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan by having Shisui Uchiha's eyes implanted. Sakura is now training under Itachi and Kisame. Fu has raped Kakashi and, well, maybe bears his child within 9 months. If not, Kakashi, he lucked out. Kakashi will be groomed to be the new Hokage. Danzo is found out as... it wasn't too hard to catch him lacking with a simple chakra suppressant seal. So when he turned back to a normal Zetsu... death. So yeah, Kakashi, he takes over as Hokage. Naruto, Fu, and Tsunade would become the effective members of Team 7. As... yeah, it's kind of weird to everyone else. They ask about Sakura, and Sakura, she's told that she stayed at the, rain to train. She stayed at the other village to be trained by them in their special water ninjutsu, since she had water affinity, and she made a really good friend with a boy there that it helped take her mind off of Sasuke. Their lie works, and I can end my video here, now that, yeah, I bet it's a lot to digest for everyone. So, yes, Kabuto is, in a sense, a sage, homunculus, Nomu creature that we will get to later. He will be the new member of the Akatsuki, so he got his own power boost. Itachi got a power boost. Sasuke, he's seeking out more power. Orochimaru's thinking this is going to be perfect. Yeah.